All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's go. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I do apologize in advance if my voice sounds raspy or if my voice just like randomly cuts out. I guess I guess it hasn't recovered fully yet. But good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Just waiting on this turn of the hour here. And we can go over some things as far as these indices go, and going over like a weekly bias and a weekly outlook. But right now we're looking at regular trading hours. So we do have this opening range gap on ES, and I believe it's still present on NQ. No, it's not. It just got closed in on NQ. So that's interesting. I wanna monitor this opening range gap here still on ES. Let me drop down to the 5. And what I want to do is I want to see at least, I would like to see consequent encroachment of this gap get revisited. So I would like to see this 50% level get revisited on this opening range gap. Let me just go ahead and, yeah, we're good here. Here's the open. So I'm going to mark this out for now. Opening range gap high. And then we've got where price opened up here, opening range gap low. But yeah, I would like to see about 50% consequent encroachment of this opening range gap be redelivered to at least on on ES before getting long. So we'll see if we can't get that. But if I go back to electronic trading hours, we come out here to the weekly time frame. So we met our sell side objective from last week. Obviously, we have been waiting for this buy side level to be redelivered to. But yesterday we anticipated that we would see price begin. I didn't actually know if this weekly candle would redeliver all the way here, but it did, obviously. But I felt like we would begin headed back down to this weekly fair value gap, which we've done. And we actually did make a small little bounce off of this order block. So, you know, I would now be more biased long term for price to begin to head for these levels of buy side liquidity. The only way that I'm going to be bearish is if we get price to actually disrespect these down close candles. If we are bullish, we should not see these candles fail. We should not see these candles break and disrespect. We should see this hold. I'm not saying price can't dig into these candles a little bit, because they definitely can. There is some imbalance as well in like the 4 hour and the 1 hour down in here. So yeah, here's the 4 hour time frame, and you guys can see on the 4 hour we still have a little bit of imbalance left open. And then was it the daily, I believe? Yeah, so if you come out here to the daily, you guys can see that we've got imbalance a little bit deeper inside of that weekly order block. So, you know, I'm not ruling it out completely that we could still push lower from where we currently are. However, you know, obviously it's Monday, and it's always a neutral day on Monday in terms of a bias. But if I had to pick any direction that I'm a little bit more biased in, it's bullish. Now that we've redelivered to that imbalance, like I said, I'm not going to be surprised if we dig one more time deeper into here. However, I'm favoring long-term bullishness at this point, especially as this week goes on. As this week goes on, I would like to see price begin pushing for those levels of buy-side liquidity, which would be up here in terms of this 1 hour external range, and then the weekly range is even above that. And then we've got internal buy-side liquidity here, which if we can, I wouldn't mind finding an opportunity to attack this internal buy-side liquidity today. I'm not dead set on taking a trade today. If we have to tape read and just watch the market for at least this first AM session, I'm going to do it. Obviously, you know, we all know how Mondays have been. We did pull out 2 wins on Monday last week. We had TP1 hit in the AM session, and I believe it was another PM session trade. We hit TP1 as well, both of them on NQ. So we'll wait and see what we get here. But that's overall my bias as of right now. And yeah, I believe now that we've redelivered to these levels on ES and NQ, these weekly fair value gaps. I really do believe that the next draw on liquidity is going to be these levels here. And this is actually, looking at the weekly perspective, this would be an internal range buy side liquidity because we've got this external range right above it. Just like so. So we'll see. Yeah, but if we start seeing price begin to really push through here with some displacement and hold below, at that point, then we're going to have a weekly bearish market structure shift. And at that point, now we got to start hunting lower draws in liquidity, right? We got to hunt probably this imbalance, and then we'll have to hunt these relative equal lows right down here. But until we have that, this is not the next draw on liquidity, in my opinion. Right? So that's kind of everything that we can, frame every idea that we take around this week until anything else changes. I'm just looking through all the time frames here. We did tap into this imbalance already. We just didn't close it all fully. So, like I said, there could be a decent reason for price to return down there. If anything, I could see price redeliver to this old new week opening gap, maybe bounce off this breaker. Really nice breaker formation right here. On the 4 hour, we've got a high, goes in and puts in a new low, and then we see price rally to new highs. So, yeah, all this could be very much in play to start this week off, which is why I was hoping to see some SMT form. Once we do get that, I would feel a lot more comfortable if these lows get left untouched. Let's go ahead and look at Forex Factory. I don't believe we got any news today. We got FOMC member speaking. Charity's speaking right now, probably. Nothing tomorrow. Okay, so we got basically 2 no news days. Today and tomorrow. Wednesday, 10-year bond auction. Yeah, CPI, PPI. Thursday and Friday. I can't remember the last time CPI and PPI were on a Thursday, Friday. Usually it's always Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday would be a big news day because we got consumer sentiment as well at 9 a.m. Central. Should be a fun week, guys. Should be a fun week. I don't want to go too fucking crazy Monday and Tuesday, today and tomorrow. I don't want to just, I don't want to be just like firing away entries. I think given the fact that we had NFP at the end of the week on Friday, we're coming into a new week. So we should really anticipate and expect there to be a lot of seek and destroy conditions today and tomorrow. We're not going to see, I don't believe at least that we'll see big ranges. I don't think we'll see big trendy days. But I think once we roll around to Wednesday, we're going to really start to see this market come to life. And we'll see, right? We'll see where we're at on the daily time frame, the weekly time frame at that point. We'll see once and for all if this really is going to hold, and we can begin really just having 100% conviction on these higher levels of buy side, because that's where my head is focused right now, is these levels. But yeah, just make sure you have the right expectation for today and tomorrow, right? If a trendy day happens, it's like, okay, great, but I really wouldn't anticipate that. But you know what? We'll see if we can't capitalize on some nice scalp moves, get 5 to 10 handles on an ES move or something relative on NQ, whether it be an AM or a PM session trade, but stack some stuff and then we'll really look and see what we can come away with CPI and PPI. Obviously, as you guys know, CPI and PPI has been really good to us over this entire year. We have won every CPI and PPI day except the exception of one PPI. There was one PPI not in July and June that we lost. And it was a relatively lower risk trade. I remember the stop loss was kind of big, so I had to shave off a little bit of sizing for it to just keep it, a good risk tolerance. I think I did one contract here for the top SIP account, and I did like 75% of my normal lot size on MetaTrader. But Yeah, CPI and PPI have been amazing. You know, if I was a little bit more present, and if I was like in town at home on Friday, I maybe would have alerted something in the Discord later in the day on NFP. You know, I'm not ever opposed to trading high impact news days. For the most part, it's more so the days of like FOMC statement, where trading an AM session kind of becomes really obsolete in waiting for that FOMC statement release, trying to find something really clean at the end of the day. Or like if Jerome Powell's speaking, those are days where it's like, as traders, we can't do nothing about that. We just gotta be disciplined, not be like a cokehead and think we need to be in a trade because it's the middle of the week. And we, you know, I know the weekends roll around and we're just like, you know, so bored. And we can't wait for the market to get back open again. But otherwise, yeah, I love trading high impact news days. I think the volatility makes the cleanest setups. You see price deliver just, in my opinion, really clean. So I do like it a lot. As far as right now, guys, like I said, we're not in any trades. We're not in any longs because I wanted to see SMT form, if nothing else. But now look what we have. You know, so, you know, now if anything, maybe a short ends up being the opportunity for us. A little short term scalp. Maybe looking to take out these lows. Perhaps the same thing on ES here. I want to look really quick actually at ES regular trading hours one more time. I want to remeasure this out again. Looks like we did get really close to that equilibrium. We got to go off the open because this is where, actually no, I have this drawn in wrong. How are we doing here, Tyler? I think I'm still drunk. Yeah, so we really didn't deliver to that just yet. So would I rule out that we could push in to take out this low, this opening range low, to tap into here or potentially redeliver all the way to opening gap again? I don't think that's unreasonable. So being willing to be nimble today, right? Which we are every Monday. But yes, I did spot this setup just only off of the SMT at this point. But now we want to see some displacement. We don't necessarily need any sort of like big market structure shifts or anything like that because we have the SMT present. But if we don't get displacement, you know, you'd probably anticipate this doesn't hold and we end up working a little higher yet. Let's see. Yeah, guys, I wouldn't mind getting short right here in this gap. I'll be doing one contract. 81 ticks. Targeting this low. Oh, I didn't wait for the candle to close. Oh, okay, we're good. Oops. But yeah, this is yeah, a little one contract trade. We have this SMT divergence, little 1 minute market structure shift with displacement. We just ran out this liquidity here on ES. We did ran out this internal liquidity here, these equal highs. So what am I putting risk on for this one? Probably gonna keep this entry open even if it. So this is the 2 minute time frame. We'll have our entry kind of be the close of that fair value gap with this order block here on the 2 minute. But yeah, we're starting to see that thing displace now. Come on. Absolutely disrespected this bullish fair value gap. Kind of drawing that across. We'll have that confluence as well. bullish gap turned bearish inversion gap. Framing up this price leg. Yep. Entry's right. Pretty much at equilibrium. Just a tick above. Looks good, ladies and gents. Yeah, would like to see us activate, then have the macro that's coming here in 4 minutes take us through these lows. You know, we'll be probably risk free by the time ES is delivered to here. But yeah, this will be a sticky point, like I said, in my opinion. Don't believe that was at equilibrium though. Nope. So yeah, I wouldn't have been in. Wouldn't have been in either way. I would have had, if anything, I would have had my limit here. Which you could do. You could do that. You could put your limit here if you want. I entered on MT4, MT5. It didn't put me in. Are you fucking me? You're joking. Come on, dude. This Top Step account really fucking chaps my ass some days. Come on, bro. Oh, man. Get out of here. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I thought I was going to trigger. I just clicked. Whatever. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are in. Let me know if you guys are in. Let me know if you guys are in. I'm going to delete this sell limit once these lows get ran. But yeah, I'm currently in on MetaTrader. This will get picked back up if it comes back, obviously. Sometimes that's why market executing is, it can, I mean, but there's nothing you can do. Don't chase the trade, guys. Don't do that though. Don't chase the trade. Don't chase it. I'm in on MetaTrader. I'm not in on Top Step. As you guys can see, my limit didn't get hit. I'm removing risk at the low. I'm TP1 right here. Okay. I'm deleting this limit now. I don't want to get in now on that account. All right, I'm risk free, guys. Mental stop loss for MetaTrader is going to be right at the high. If we pull back to here, I'll close it. This is TP1 right here. Looks like we'll get there. All right, boom, TP1 hit. It can kind of feel like a circus act on my end at times because, you know, obviously looking at the chart, talking to you guys, sometimes I got to like set the trade up quick on Top Step over here, fumble around on MetaTrader. Luckily I've been on MetaTrader so long, it kind of feels like muscle memory. I just like, you know, like when you're driving and like you arrive somewhere, you're like, don't remember the road trip. You were just like, in a hypnotic state. I feel like that's kind of how I operate with MetaTrader at this point. It's just like, and all of a sudden I'm in a trade and I'm like, how did I do that? So yeah, I gave a nice 1.5 risk reward so far. Would like to see this deliver. All right, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let me screenshot this. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, so great 2 Mondays in a row. Great. I mean, glad we got the full delivery today on this somewhat external range target. It's external range on like this 1 minute, but come down to like the 15. It's internal range. Relative equal lows. That's what we were talking about, right? Like, so everything that we were kind of framing up, we saw that SMT form. Immediately our eyes shifted to a different draw. And that's why, you know, sometimes it's giving a weekly outlook can be really challenging because you don't know, you're missing data, right? You're missing all the in-between. You're missing everything that could play out during an AM session or during a macro. But then you get more data and all of a sudden, bang. Wow, market's showing us something different. Okay, where are we headed next? Looks like we're probably headed lower. Guess what? NQ runs the low. Where did ES stop? So far, right? Sticky point. I might not even get that. especially now that we've taken the low on NQ. If NQ keeps going, this will be fine. But now you've got bullish SMT forming here. Higher lows, lower lows. Ran the low, came back up, closed in the new week opening gap. We'll see we'll see what happens here, I guess. But yeah, I'm out. Great start to the week. Only thing that would have made it better is the top step. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm on through a 3-minute time frame. Oh, that's because we're on the, never mind. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, the only thing that would have made it better is if that sell limit got picked up. But yeah, any questions? Any questions, guys? On the setup, anything you want me to go over? We can go look at NFP real quick before we hop off. You know, we see that we ran out this low here. Obviously, we can see that we displaced higher and took out the high. So let's see if there was anything here. I want to drop down. I don't want to give anything away. I want to drop down here to, we'll just do the 1 minute. We got to get back to 9. There we go. 9 a.m. So boom, we see that push right at the end of that macro. The only thing I don't have, the only thing I don't know is if we have SMT that formed here. We'll go look. But we just got this little short-term high ran right there. Let's see if we leave a gap. Okay, we do leave a gap. So we're just back testing NFP now. I don't know if we had SMT or not. That would have been the only other like extra confluence. But yeah, entry could have looked like this. Wouldn't be below the low. This is too long. Would really try to get away with this, I'm thinking. And let's see, at most here, you could do 25 handles, one contract. That'd be 0.5% on like my top step account. So we'll just see what this looks like and see. We'll see if this low would have been respected or not. Is that it? Is that all it's gonna give? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got picked up. Oh, see what I mean? So this would have been disrespected. Let's see what it does. So, okay. Boom. At this point, another market structure shift. I'm probably risk-free. There. I'm TPing what I would have personally done. I don't see any clear levels. I probably would have wanted to TP at least once before this high right here. This would have been a decent TP too. So what I would have most likely have done was this. So like I would have drawn up an equilibrium. TP1 would be here. TP2 would be here. And then final TP at that high. TP2 right there. Jeez. Did we hit it? No, we didn't hit it yet. There we go. All right, so that would have been a long hold. So our entry would have been at 9:14 a.m. Central, 10:14 Eastern. We would have held till 11:25. So that would have been a 2-hour trade. NFP AM session. So that would have been the NQ opportunity. You can see here this would have been really aggravating. Really aggravating. Let's see if there's anything on the 2-minute that could have given us a different idea. Okay, so you could have done that as well. You could have scaled down to the 2-minute. Like I said, we were kind of just doing a quick back test there. So we do like to shuffle back and forth on these time frames. So this very well could have been what we did instead. In which case, your entry could have been there. Stop loss. Probably, I would not have done it there just because I would be max 25. So maybe you do that. Puts you below this low. Puts you below consequent encroachment of that candle wick. But realistically, you could just go off the fair value gap rule at that point and just go off of the low of the candle. Okay. So that would have been all right. Target, same target. All right, so if you guys remember at this point on Friday, or well, Thursday going into then now Friday, I said I only wanted to get short from levels of premium, right? So we marked up this 1-hour range on, I believe we marked it on ES, not NQ. You know, we see we're finally in premium now, right? This 1-hour range premium, we got obviously some imbalance fair value gaps up here. So I'm only interested in getting short. I was only interested in getting short from a level of premium. So scaling back down here. Let's go to the 1 minute. We know we've ran out buy side now. We don't want to enter during lunch period. So for me, that's 11 a.m. Central to 12. That's the lunch hour. So I'm not entering at all in here. I don't give a shit what happens. Okay, great. I see price ran out this high here. We start seeing price displace from a level of premium now, right? So again, not factoring any sort of SMT into this. But let's drop down our time frames, or scale up, I mean. Delete this. 3 minute. Nothing really clear and obvious. Probably on the 5 minute there is, yeah. So let's see what this looks like for us. Again, tape reading another possible PM session setup here. NFP Friday. Given the fact that there's nothing that we're missing on these smaller time frames, I would just go off of this. You know, again, using that same fair value gap rule, knowing that we can put it right above that candle high or candle low. Internal range targets in here, short-term targets, TP1, etc. And then looking really to, if you're really bearish or just leave a runner, you look to target the external low. So looking at this 5 minute, let's see what had happened. Did we get that pullback? Yes or no? Oy, oy, oy. Nope. Hell no. But you got this. So that ended up being a breakaway gap right there. Yeah, I probably would have missed that. I probably would have waited for that. I would have caught the AM session one, though. I would have missed this. Just being honest with myself. That's how it would have went. But yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you guys have an amazing Monday. And Jimmy, I hope you feel better. But go outside, touch grass. Don't forget to stare at charts all day. We got a nice week ahead with CPI and PPI to bring up the caboose of the week. So I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. If you guys need anything, obviously don't hesitate to reach out. And I will talk to you guys later today, y'all. Peace out.